Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on the Arrowverse as well as Stargirl Season 3. Yeah, wasn't expecting this type of thing to come out. So we should be exactly 1 week or 7 days away from the start of Season 3 of Stargirl. That's if I get my timing right and this video does go up at the right time. But as you'd expect in the lead up to the start of a new season of television, you get interviews from the cast, and that is no different with Stargirl's third season. And to be honest, I wasn't expecting anything major to come out, that really being due to the fact that Stargirl usually keeps stuff under wraps until you actually, get to see it on screen, and also due to the fact that they wrapped filming, quite a while ago. But yeah, we actually got a couple of interesting things drop, some of which you should be able to tell from the title of this video. So we're going to be sourcing from two places for this video. Firstly, the Flash podcast, as well as K-Site TV. So, of course, shout outs to those places. And these interviews were done with Brec Bassinger, who of course plays, Courtney Whitmore, aka Stargirl herself. And these aren't the full interviews. They will, I guess, come out sometimes next week, just before episode 1 airs. But we got a tease or one question and answer from each of them. And one of them specifically is pretty interesting. So yeah, let's go over those things. But of course, throughout the video, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions, thoughts, theories, predictions, whatever it is in regards to the stuff we go over. Very curious to hear what you guys might have to say, especially in regards to the first thing we'll go over. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, want to show your support, looking forward to any of this stuff, want to drop a like on the video to show all that. So firstly, coming from the Flash podcast, they asked Brec Bassinger, not Bassinger, but Bassinger, if DC Stargirl and the Flash may do a crossover, since of course season 9 will be the end of the Flash. And, they were actually supposed to do a crossover before COVID. Now, Brec stated that nothing is in the cards at the moment for The Flash specifically. However, she did tease that a small crossover cameo situation is being worked out and that schedules are currently being looked over to hopefully make this happen. And without sharing exactly what she was, what project or DC show it's, that she's referring to, here's what she actually said. So I do know, just talking to Jeff Johns, our showrunner, nothing specific to The Flash, but there are other things. There is still talks going on about a small crossover cameo situation, and we're actually working on schedules, so I'm hoping it works out, because clearly last time it did not. But I'd say stay optimistic, they're still pushing for it. Of course, last time she's talking about the Flash crossover. So there has actually been a couple of rumored times that Stargirl, as both a character and just the show in general, were going to cross over into the Arrowverse. Now, one of them is the one that Brec is referring to in that quote, obviously, with the whole Flash thing. And she actually followed up to the Flash podcast when asked if she knew what the cancelled crossover story between the Flash and Stargirl, would have been. And she said she really had no idea. However, she is hoping that Barry and Courtney, or the Flash and Stargirl, do get to meet before the Flash wraps up. And of course, it is possible because, multiverse stuff. Now, the other time that, it was rumored that there was going to be a bit of a crossover was actually never confirmed through the cast of Stargirl or Arrowverse people or showrunners like Jeff Johns, but was just rumored when Crisis was approaching, or I think it was actually might have been either when they were filming or as the crossover was about to start. Now, of course, in the final episode, when they show like the new Earths and the new multiverse that Oliver Queen Spectre created, we do get to see Earth 2 and all the Stargirl characters appear there. But that was just a scene from season 1. But there was also the possibility of them actually appearing in the actual crossover earlier on, whether that be through footage like Titans and Doom Patrol, or through actual film scenes like Lucifer. However, it was said that because Stargirl's release was pushed into the following year, these were scrapped. Like, Stargirl was going to come out, I think, before Crisis, but things swapped around. I don't know what show they swapped with. It might have been Swamp Thing, I'm not too sure. They swapped release dates, so Stargirl came out like shortly after Crisis rather than like shortly before. So if they appeared, not many people would have known who they were. But who actually knows like what was true and what was not true? But that was the rumor all the way back in 2019 when Crisis was approaching. But anyway, onto that quote from Brec in regards to Stargirl and this possibly small crossover cameo situation. What could that be referring to? Well, she does say it has nothing specifically to do to the Flash, but that doesn't mean it doesn't involve the Flash. It's just that it isn't Barry and Courtney talking to each other and they're in a whole episode or anything like that. But it could be the Flash, or it could be Superman and Lois. Those two shows are both, like in regards to Superman, Lois, and Stargirl, those two shows are both in their third seasons in regards to what would be seen as, the current season. Of course, Superman and Lois starts filming their third season in a couple of weeks, which is the same time that Stargirl is going to be airing its third season on TV. Now, if the base plans aren't for either of those shows of The Flash or Superman and Lois, the only thing I can think of is the Flash film, and just because that's dealing with the multiverse. Like, that's the only other thing I can think of. Like, it wouldn't be Gotham Knights. Like, they're not going to... But then again, I must say, Gotham Knights is filming in Atlanta, where Stargirl did film, so... maybe it could be Gotham Knights, now that I think about it. I don't want it to be because I don't want to, jump on board the Disc thing, but Gotham Knights just doesn't look that great. While Superman and Lois, we all enjoy. And Stargirl, we all enjoy. So you'd want those two to cross, or the Flash as well, because it's the final season thing. So yeah, maybe it is Gotham Knights? That just popped into my head. I don't know. I don't want it to be, but maybe it could be. And I think Brec Bassinger, who plays Stargirl, I think she's friends or knows someone that's on Gotham Knights as well. I don't know, maybe that's what they're going to do, and I guess they'd be around the same age. Oh, this is flashing in my head that maybe it is Gotham Knights. I don't want it to be, but maybe it is. Anyway, who knows? If I had to put money on it, in regards to both me wanting it and some sort of confidence, I would say it's something towards this end of this final season of The Flash, like maybe a rediscovering of the multiverse, and maybe it's like a nod to just the DC multiverse that The Flash is so heavily connected to. Like, that would actually be a cool moment. And it's all new footage potentially that's filmed rather than just like reuse stuff that we, for example, saw in Crisis for some characters. But then again, this Gotham Knights thing is now just flashing in my head. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it's not, I'm not too sure. They never mentioned Batman on Stargirl, so it'd be weird if that was the way they went about it, but I don't know, maybe it could be. I just hope it's the Flash or Superman and Lois over Gotham Knights, but we'll wait and see if it even happens. But next up, K-Site TV was also able to talk to Brec and gave us this section of their interview. So they asked her what we can expect in season 3, and this is what Brec said. There's a murder, and of course, it puts a lot of pressure on Courtney because she's been a huge advocate for the villains turned good living in Blue Valley in harmony with the JSA, even though there's been some backlash from her fellow JSA members. When this murder pops up in Blue Valley, of course, fingers get pointed, so she has to try to navigate who is actually good now and who is not. So I actually really like that thing. Really plays into the whole frenemies title or tag for this season. I'm very curious to see if it is actually anyone that is there at the moment, like the Crushers, not the Crushers, the Crocs or whatever it might be, or someone like Cindy or something like that. It makes me wonder who it is. I guess we might get a hint somewhat early on in regards to how the person was murdered, unless they don't reveal that. And also, I'm interested to see like who is murdered, like who is the actual murder victim, because that actually might give you another clue that you can follow throughout the season. So that gets me, pretty excited to see how they go about things. But that wasn't all that K-Site TV asked Brec. They also asked her if season 3 has a definitive ending to it, or if there is a hook for a possible season 4, like setup. And this is what she said. That's a trick question. Our showrunner is so smart and so lovely that he protected us either way, which I think is so wonderful. So it sounds like season 3 maybe has like a setting up for continuation of the characters, but not necessarily for the show, if that makes sense. I know it's hard because they finished filming a while ago, so they wouldn't have been really caught up in this whole drama that's been going on with like the new CW owners and WB. It's not like The Flash where they start airing the show while they're still filming, and that was the same for Superman and Lois. Stargirl finished filming so long ago, so I don't know if they would have set it up that way. I guess you can edit it in a certain way, but I don't know. I think it'd probably just end like we have the previous 2 seasons. But we'll have to wait and see. I think we all want Stargirl to continue, but you just don't know with the current thing with it. Like, I even just put down in my notes here, like, the CW is changing, so is Warner Brothers. Like, I just don't think, I don't think, 90% of the shows under that whole umbrella are certain for safety. Like, I think you have to be, performing gangbusters and defeating expectations by a lot to be a certainty to continue. But even look at Netflix with the Sandman and stuff. I know it's Netflix, not the CW, but it still falls under the Warner Brothers thing. There's not even confirmation that's going to continue, so who knows what's going to happen there. And the final thing for this video is that TV Line did get an exclusive sneak peek for the Stargirl Season 3 premiere, which is otherwise entitled The Murder. Now, this sneak peek scene sort of answers how Sylvester Pemberton, aka Starman, is now back alive in Blue Valley, Of course, we saw him die in episode 1 of season 1. Now, I can't play the clip because it's not public specifically from the CW Warner Brothers. As I said, it's TV Line's exclusive. But I can just quickly repeat what goes down within it. So it's not really fully answered as to the specifics of it, but Sylvester says that he wakes up in his own coffin, or woke up in his own coffin, 6 feet under the ground, and had to dig his way out after some screaming, with him believing that when Courtney formed her bond with the Cosmic Staff, or Cosmo as they call it, back in season 1, that's what revived him and woke him up and all of that. So I guess it not only makes sense while Sylvester would be so desperate to find Pat, as we saw because of their relationship, but also because Pat would either have the staff or know who he gave it to, because of course Sylvester asked Pat to find someone worthy of it. So yeah, it's a reasonable explanation, makes sense for the most part. However, you have to think there has to be a twist in there somewhere. And the interesting thing is that we saw him in season 1, towards the end of it, alive. So this isn't something that happened during season 2 just before he showed up there. It happened a bit before that. So if there is a twist, I wonder what that twist will be. Maybe you have some ideas, but I will leave the link to that clip in the description down below if you want to go watch it for yourself, because there's a tiny bit more to it. It runs for about a minute and a half or something like that. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I hope you did. Hopefully it wasn't terrible. But if you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions about everything we went over. I'm very curious to read what you guys might have to say about that potential cameo crossover thing, as well as some of that other Stargirl stuff. Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.